All right, guys, today is day 4 of the countdown of my dad's birthday coming up on Sunday. And I incorporated with why our dad's important. So, drum rolls, day number 4. Dads are so important, and I want to tell you that words matter. Dad's words matter. And so, my dad is so important to me because I always felt important when it was time to pick us up. He always was like, hey, I have this scheduled coming up. So when we talked to him about our day over the phone, or when he talked about picking us up for the summer or for spring break, for over the weekends, he talked about vacations or what we would be doing or who we would be seeing and stuff like that. And it wasn't about where we was going. It was about the excitement of missing us, the excitement of missing me. And so that's so important because his words mattered. And I want to use an example. And so I never remember hearing my daddy say anything like, oh, I can't go out with my friends because I got these kids coming this weekend. Like, I've never heard that language. And I've used that language on my kids before. I don't know if I used that language on my kids before, but I've said things like, oh, I can't wait for such and such so I can do A, B, and C. And so I pick that language up along the way because I've heard that language. But I can honestly say I've never heard that language from my father. And that's important because as I'm doing my journey of why my dad is so important to me, I just realized, I've never heard my dad say that. I've never heard him be disgusted or disappointed that he ever had to sacrifice something to keep me. And I think that's why I'm such a daddy's girl, because I was never a second. I was never, he has to sacrifice to keep me. He's too busy to be with me. His friends is more important to me. His job is more important to me. He'd rather be at a concert. He'd rather be hanging with his boys. He'd rather be clubbing. He'd rather be vacationing. He'd rather be working more hours. Wow. It's so our words are so important. Our words stick with the person that we give them to long after we say them. Apologies and I'm sorry doesn't erase how we feel once you say the words. And so I'm saying that because your words, dads, and I'm only talking to dads right now, but I'm not picking on dads. I just want you to know that dads are important. And my dad is so important to me. And so I want anybody who's thinking about becoming a dad, those dads who got their little buns in the oven, those who are current dads, I want you to know that your words matter. Keeping your promises matter. Being attentive, it matters. I was a young girl, and all these things are coming into my remembrance as I remember my dad. His words mattered. And he never made me feel less than or not important. That mattered. And so, food for thought. Think about things before you say them. Think about what you say in front of your kids, because those words matter. Thanks.